We did it! We're on the last game for the LEC Grand Finals, Game 4, Fnatic versus G2. We gotta know who wins, to be honest. So, you know, if you're hoping to watch my stuff and be completely surprised, I'm sorry. That's just not how it's gonna work. But we are gonna see how it comes to be. So, Fnatic are on blue side. Again.
Taken away from the side of Fnatic.
They have an Ashe ban, Draven has been perma-banned, Sion second ban, Orianna, that's interesting. Rel has consistently been banned with the Vi, and they've been including the Ashe. This time, so Fnatic banned Volibear, if you remember, in game, the last game. This time they left it open so they could pick it up. How does this change things? Do they go to Rek'Sai, Kalista again? What do they do? Keep in mind, Azir is still up at 3P, so most likely, if I'm Fnatic, I'm probably taking Azir, because it's been an actual problem every single game.
Completely useless, but its impact, especially compared to what we've seen from Yike, definitely feels.
I mean, look at the Volibear game from Yike, right? It's like, yes, the flex is valuable in the context of the team, but if you look at what has been successful for Yike, maybe give him something he wants to play.
I think it is also just worth going for the Jax here and just saying, hey, we're going to plant this up in the top end and not worry about it, because realistically, you get a great matchup in the jungle.
Talia, that's different. Okay, so this is interesting because to me, what this is telling me, you know, they could go Kalista, but if they go Azir, then Azir has a lot more like potency. Also, they could go Talia early into Kalista, which obviously is annoying for her. But generally, I probably would go Azir because I just feel like it's just up, just how the game's been going. So I'm assuming they did this in anticipation to the Azir. And then also, again, because if they go Kalista, well, now I have Talia. So this is generally just a rather good 1-2 by Fnatic, or by G2. So if they're gonna go this, so there's the Azir. This was very expected. Like, knowing how like these games went, it's very expected. The Zac was terrible. Don't do the Zac. They could do their full top side and leave their bot lane in the 4-5. And there's definitely some combos that work. I just don't know if they're gonna go that route. There's certainly quite a few combos you can throw in. Like, Aphelios Lu actually is pretty good because it's just not as prone to the Talia. In this case, they probably would go what? Cassante? Because what pick would you take? Like, you would take the Varus, a standalone Varus, and then you would do your support. But Oscar's champ pool is like pretty bad. Like, at least it seems like he doesn't really have a lot that he cares to pick. Varus, so they actually do go the Varus. Okay, so they're not going with the top lane pick, they're going with Varus. I assume they didn't want to go to Kalista, that was pretty obvious. How do they finish this out? They're not going to take Kalista, I know that 100%, they will not take that there. They, honestly, low-key, they actually could go TF here again. And it would be pretty good, because TF in these champions is fine. It produces good pressure. What will they do? Or will they just match AD? Jinx? Okay, so they're matching AD. So they want to give a little bit more room to see what else they can get out of their picks. So what do they want to ban? Nautilus is like a huge ban. I gotta ban Nautilus, and then you gotta ban... See, even though his Renata is good, I don't think you need to ban it this game. So Nautilus, and then maybe Cassante. I mean, I'm trying to think what Oscar really performed well on, and I feel like Cassante probably would be the ban. Like, what else would he actually pick?
Sion is banned. Perhaps the goal is to have Fnatic ban out more safe tanks and then they don't do it. Maybe it's the...
Are we coping or are we strategizing?
Pleading. Negotiating.
Yeah, they're not negotiating. We're negotiating.
Renata, so they actually do ban it. Interesting. They find it actually too annoying and he's actually too good on it. Very interesting. So if that's the case, then what are they going to ban? Because they need to get rid of... I mean, they're probably going to ban the TF. I would definitely ban the TF. It's too annoying. What else would I ban? maybe the Lulu. Maybe I get rid of the Lulu as well. TF Lulu.
Same as last game, and then honestly, I could see Zach ban just coming through here anyway, just making sure that Osprey can't get his hands on it, and then you're already taking a good amount out of Osprey's chance. Oh, sorry, I'm looking the wrong way around. I think.
So there's the TF. That's expected. So now are they gonna ban Nautilus?
The Zach pick himself if he wants to.
And they don't give a shit about what? Because keep in mind, so if they ban TF, that does make Cassante a little bit better into your pool. So you could give Nautilus, and then you go like the classic Braum or something. And ban Cassante and see what he does. And if he does Zach, who gives a shit?
And if they do, what top lane are they going to play? If they don't, then
Blitzcrank. I mean, Mickey. I mean, Mickey's. I mean, I guess Jun's Blitzcrank is that good, huh? Huh. So they banned the Nautilus? That makes no sense. I mean, so they banned Nautilus because Renata is down, but if I look at their comp, Rek'Sai, Taliyah, Jinx? I'm a pretty big Braum supporter when it looks good, and Alvaro has made it look good multiple times. I don't know if Jun plays it, but with their champs and what they're facing right now, he actually would do a lot. For sure, he would actually do a lot. Right now, it would be like kind of like we run at them, they run at us situation, and then you would just need to have some kind of engager from topside. Which, I mean, in that case, like, TF has banned what horribly could go wrong. We'll see. Zach. So they take the Zach top for themselves. Yeah, Cassante seems like pretty good into what this is, and he doesn't have much else to do anyways. But Lulu's open.
There is an argument here where you take the Lulu away and you go on hit bars and you got Lulu on hit bars and you're just wailing away in these turrets. Sorry, but go for Rakan instead.
I feel like it's Lulu, gentlemen. Don't
yeah.
If it's not Lulu, it might be Emilio. Fresh.
You know what? How about Yumi?
Can you run demolish on Uni?
Yes. How about that attitude?
Alright, Thresh.
Really? Ah. So Thresh is okay. He does have a bit better peeling capabilities. Granted, if Rek'Sai or Zach engages with a Lulu are on top, it's really rough for Fnatic. But going with the Thresh, it's a lot of one-off picks, looks, with some Zach in it. That's pretty much it. This time it should be on hit Varus. Probably. I think it should be on hit Varus, honestly. Should it be without a Varus?
Will we swap champions? Or will it be 4 back-to-back splits for G2 for the 4th time in this organization's history? Match point for them, of course. Most successful organization.
I feel like I would go on hit. As if against Rek'Sai Zach, I think I would do that. Too much healing, poke gets recovered. Wouldn't do too much.
I think this organization is so critical as they, look ahead towards international competition that they know that this modern era, the modern era of Fnatic, is not defined by Caps and that they can reach those same heights.
CG2 second in the bot lane. They're considering delayed invade here. Joe's going to swap that out. Should be able to avoid their way to safety. Has the ability to scale the W if he's anything. Joe takes the delayed invade, and here we go.
Good information though. Sweeping out, they assume 2.
So
They're being corralled. Number 1 for Noah, stronger overall, courtesy of the Hail of Blades. Take a decent chunk, but it is going to result in a split jungle now.
So they literally just 5-man and they're doing the same shit again. I assume Zach has E.
We're mostly standard lanes. But that's a Zach. Good bit of poke, flash forward for the play. They're just trying to get Noah's flash.
Okay. And then Zach will TP top. He's gonna commit to this first. That was not the play.
But now they can turn back, Fnatic. Man,
so like these guys are not actually like, are these guys in that much danger? Because this Rek'Sai is still level 2. And so like the E's gonna come out, and yeah, like Varus can't really be the most protected here. But Razork's coming from above. So like Razork would come and just kind of stun flash whoever, and they're kind of screwed. And is this actually like a play? I mean, he's not even like, by the way, he's level 1. Like, we are paying attention to that. This guy's level 1. Like, he only has flay, no flash, and there's no minions for him to get level 2. So what am I missing here? Like, this guy's also level 2. Like, when he comes out and he shows, like, I wouldn't even TP this soon. I would just wait to see what happens. Like, obviously, Zach will start, and Zach will eat, like, 3 shots, and maybe Varus dies in that time. Keep in mind, this guy is Q, so he's going to be able to heal him with just a little bit. I don't know. Personally, I feel like I would have risked it, because this outcome is not good. The wave is frozen top 2, so it's really not good. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. That's not good for Fnatic. It looks like it's gonna... No, it's not gonna bounce out because there's a cannon there. Yeah, it's definitely frozen. And then he doesn't have flash, so he just dies. Like... This is really, like, expected. Like, Volibear would have to come back bot because his wave is pulling out. And, like, he just does it. He's just like, good luck. And can Rakan outplay this? No. The only thing Rakan could have done differently here is... Because, like, Rakan can W here, but he's always going to flash. So it's not going to do anything. The only thing Rakan can hopefully do is give some separation between the two. And initialize on him, and if he flashes, I mean, then he's dead, and then you might be dead too. Like, no matter what this plays, it's like, yeah, you're just fucked. So there's not really much to be said. And the wave is, yeah, they're gonna fast push, crash it. Okay. I mean, that was a cute play. It was a good flash. Sheesh. So at this point, you just run. So Azir should just run. There's nothing really here to be had, but he tries to fight it, and then Zac somehow kills him, which is, again, pretty bad for them. And Volibear, like, the grubs you could fight for because your top laner is building this out. Humanoid so happens to be, like... I mean, the wave is still bad for Humanoid. And so ideally the Volibear would be hovering behind here, like around here or something, knowing that like the Rek'Sai is around this area, and if he commits, then you can commit, and it might not be the worst. You know, it might not be the worst. But that's not the case. They're trying to just let Humanoid just roll the dice. So this is the second time in under 5 minutes that the jungler let his laners kind of just roll the dice on hopefully not dying to a gank. And I mean, oh, it was actually really good by BB. And then I don't know what to say from G2 side, because from G2 side, it's like they just overcommitted. Like, how would they play this differently? He gets the shuffle, he's here. He doesn't actually have to go this way, by the way. He could just, like, sit this way. It looks a little weird on mid, but, like, he's looking for that angle. And, yeah, he doesn't get it because of Yike. But it's not the easiest thing to see. And at this point, Yike can just, like, Q him and dip. Like, Yike doesn't have to keep chasing this, but he does for whatever reason. And Oscar's second to this situation. But, yeah, and, I mean, it's just kind of like, okay, interesting, I guess. It's Razzle that's there to respond. You draw your attention to the minimap, you notice Razzle making his way to the top side. Volibear is still one of the strongest early game skirmishers. They take down Yike and they use their numbers to win out against G2.
And really nice auto attack from Unite as well. He's running the fleet footwork, so auto to get the speed up for the fleet footwork, which barely buys enough space from Yike to against the Volibear involved as well. And then knock back on the broken blade, but just shutting down with the robot from the support. And frankly, it was fortunate the G2 were even able to grab the kill back on Accumulator. It was a single large rock where Razzle anticipated the backstep from Caps, clicked Caps forward steps. It would have hit the Volibear, but because of that slightly incorrect prediction, Humanoid ultimately goes down, brings the fight a little bit closer. Gold down dead, even 4 kills to 4. Nobody has touched an objective. There have not been a lot of plays getting hit whatsoever. It's just an even match here in the early game. Now the consequences for both sides is that Jun rolling in that play and the fact that Hans was able to secure first blood means that Hans had a pretty sizable advantage early on in Savar's lane, which you don't typically see considering the scaling element of the Jinx. But the top side of the map, it's all Oscar. He's finding advantage. He's going to find another one. Passes for broken blade. He goes in, he goes out. 2-0 now, 3-0. He finds a solo kill on the broken blade. He's not even level 6 yet. He's going to be the strong point of that video game.
Well, that's really good. I mean, Oscar's massive this game. Azir's in an okay spot, and Varus is still in an okay spot, even though like he suffered issues. Also, can I just say, like, look in this situation. Volibear is coming from base, right? Azir is basing. Does he have TP? No, but they're fast pushing this because Azir wants to get his base. Okay, fine, so be it. So Talia is first on the map, I believe. Unless she has a base. No, she was fishing top one time. So Talia needs to base after this, right? But she hasn't based just yet. Okay, so it's not immediate yet. She could still make a play technically on the map. And the Varus wave has not settled in yet. So I don't know if Razork thinks like nothing bad can happen from here. But yeah, like for instance, if Mickey guessed this hook right, like, I mean, he's just dead even faster. And yeah, he just dies. And then he just dies. And now the game's over. Like, the game is actually over. Even though the Cassante is 3-0, it really doesn't matter because if your core carry Jinx is this far ahead, like, how do you ever fight as Varus? Like, you just don't. Okay. Interesting. I mean, this is just funny, no? Because like they're full hard on ignoring the grubs. So he did the Raptors. BB also is like kinda trolling. I mean, like he's cutting a wave where like, yeah, Volibear could just come straight at him. So he sees this and he's like, okay, my top laner is gonna die. Let's go bot because their Volibear is showing this entire time. We're gonna try to redive. Oh, they're TPing. Okay, we got Cassante's TP. Now our Zac is gonna resettle. We have to recover mid because, I mean, we're dropping a wave. So these guys just need to make sure they don't randomly die. And he randomly dies. Like,
if they suss this out, they got tremor sense. They see two. If they blind,
so once they start moving.
Oh, that's gonna be embarrassing. That's gonna hurt. Flick back in. Predicted Oscar's sense. They see two.
I mean, once they're dropping this wave, they need to just like catch this in a calm manner. Like they're not showing yet. And yeah, they could be moving up, but it looks like you have. It looks like Fnatic has these wards here. So if they never showed on these yet, and Talia definitely was not taking her base yet, you're trolling. Like you're actually literally trolling. So I don't know what the hell Noah's doing, but that was definitely an oopsie. His first death is not on him, and even his second death is not on him, because that's on Volibear.
The most impressive thing from G2 this game is just how they've played around their opponent's TPs. We think back to level 1, forcing Oscar to use his TP bot to just waste time. You know, the fact that they had to draw all the way down there and he has to walk.
That was what the second death was, right?
And then ganking that bot lane, just an incredibly well laid out early game plan, which is paying fruition. It's not to find himself the 1 AK goal lead.
Okay. So they swap. He's hitting the wave. Doesn't have flash, just hit 6. I mean, yeah, I mean, like, guys, I'm gonna let this play through. I'm gonna let this one play through. Like, the game is incredibly over. Even with the 3-0 Cassante, the game is really, really over. Holy moly! This guy's getting bullied! Like, look at this! Like, he swaps in the top side, right? And they have vision, and they actually have TP ward again. So anytime this guy ever tries to push out the wave and catch it high, his Volibear is also semi-showing. Actually, I don't know if his Volibear ever showed. I think they know that the Volibear briefly showed, but he didn't show on these wards. He never tried to retake this vision, and they're just going too fast on top side, so he dies again. Now, of course, the upside is that, you know, they're able to find a play onto Caps, which, like, I mean, cool. Like, we killed Talia, great, but guys, like, guys, our AD is in the absolute slums. Like, I don't know what he does. The best thing he can do is catch waves, and that's it. He's not a part of this game. He'll never be a part of this game outside of just, like, I'll toss R at them.
of resources that Fnatic this rate will not have. It's not an on-hit bars. It's still a value bars. Being behind feels like a death sentence. We talked about Oscar earlier. He still has that lead, but Humanoid, another player we have to look at. He was clutch so much in the regular season. So many of these series games, it has been him on a side lane, finding the 1v1s in the series against GX against Jackies to single-handedly win that first game, and now we have to wonder if he has enough left in the tank here in the game for the take Fnatic silver stripes. It's going to be incredibly hard as you look at the map. G2, they got the push now with hands on the Mickey moving down the bottom side. They want to take that last third first. From that position, Caps gets to use these long side lanes to push out, cover potential plays in mid. You can start to look for objectives, establishing vision on the bottom side of the map. And Fnatic, they want to try and interrupt that by attacking BB, moving toward the opposite side of the map where they might have strength. But
I mean, Azir's in a good spot still. You know?
Nice idea there to slow them down. G2 continuing to push the ball lane. Oscar, very tanky individual. He's tanking off the knockup. Ulti is going to have to do best. Quick knock against play. That's all I put for Noah. Finds the kill.
I mean, I guess. I guess. Like, if you look at the map, Taliyah is pushing mid, right? Like they're keeping the bot lane in bot. Like they're just switching them into the sides. And so for them, they're thinking, okay, like, I don't know, like, to me, is this even correct? Like, once they go mid, I would keep them mid. Like, because the thing is, with them being mid, they can always teeter anywhere. Also, Herald's coming up. I want to take any fight I can, because this guy's 2 items. Like, all it takes is Jinx to reset just a little bit, and the fight is Omega over. This guy has no flash. I have flash, I have ghost flash, so I'm never dying to any play. And then Azir just pushes us out, or it's not Azir, Taliyah pushes us out like normal. And if she needs support, well, guess what? We can sack Herald and we can just control 2 lanes and that's perfectly fine. I feel like this way of approach is just kind of like, doesn't matter. And so, like, yeah, like, Oscar almost dies and then this guy tries to, like, kill him. And obviously that was just a dumb play and he dies. And then the Azir gets a hit top, which is rather nice. Like, oh, great. Like, so my Azir's getting some farm. We kill Rek'Sai. And we get the Herald while we're the team that is losing? Okay, sounds great to me. So, like, G2 in a winning position with an insanely fed AD is just kind of like, why are they fumbling? Like, everything up to, like, 10 to 11 minutes actually has been rather good. Like, the way that they punished Noah successfully. They had good swamp timings. They even have a good TP in knowing like, oh, Noah's gonna play like an idiot, guys. Like Noah's just playing stupid. So let's just keep punishing him over and over again. It's like, okay, this is working really well. Now let's overtake the map completely, play with strong initiative tempo, like high-paced game, and go from there. But instead, we have like, now these guys get back to mid, you're gonna push out top. You're taking what, the Scuttle Crab?
Look at the gold at the top of your screen.
Okay, great.
Difference, but it's more important to look at the individual differences in lane.
To hold it to play tempo advantage.
Fresh also is getting at least some initial vision top, which I'm actually okay with, just to make sure. But also, Taliyah has blue trinket, so she blue trinkets this, and you have this ward, and you've seen this guy base. Volibear is gone. Azir is probably also gonna dip. So like, who's on this like play of theirs? Like, it could only be Azir and Rakan, right? And you know Rakan is here at this point. So now at this point, I'm like, okay, well, I could clear this vision, or I could just say, screw it, good luck Taliyah. Like, especially because they know this guy's on this shit, right? Like, I would just say good luck Taliyah, and I would have gone bot side, so my Thresh is actually in this area. I don't know why he's up here. It's actually not needed to be up here. And so he could be in the boxed area down here to oversee anything while having his wards up. Now the Rek'Sai doesn't die to just taking the crab, which he should never die to. And while you can say, like, wow, what's Yike doing? Because, you know, that's my initial thought, too. It's like, holy shit, Yikes is killing himself. It's like, this is actually on Mickey. Like, this is Mickey's fault. So, that's on Mickey. That's his fault. Yikes should never die there. And, I mean, the fact that Varus even has a kill is just absolutely hilarious. And then since they were able to get the Herald because G2 was trolling, they actually lost 2 turrets somehow. And now Mickey just kills himself. Like, here's Jinx. Rek'Sai's in base. Just throw the hook. Why does he keep walking in like this? Okay. Okay, Broken Blade almost troll suit. So, I mean, like, what I'm gonna be honest. Forgive my language, guys, but, like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, what the fuck is G2 actually doing in this game? Like, how do you can't fumble this. Like, this is like an unfumbable game. Like, they actually had good ideas and punished it accordingly, and then suddenly just, like, their brains explode. And I don't get it. I literally do not get it. Azir's in a good spot. Holy shit, did they almost just kill the fucking Jinx? Because they're coming back from base, G2's vision is heavily on their bot camp, so like they know they're not there, and also Thresh got some initial vision over here and no one's showing. So and of course, you know, Rakan is moving to the right. Jinx has full sums. Okay. So they're clearly in bot river. Talia's gonna get one more push. Talia gets one more push, and now Talia should fall into mid. Shit, like, literally. You have the connection fall into mid, so you have, like, a wall angle, like, even from here or something. Like, literally do that. So you're on this wave. If you think that's not the right play, because Zach pushed this wave. He pushes the next wave, which is fine. I don't know why he goes that way, because his vision shows he's safe, so he should just go this way, and they can actually do a 5-stack on mid, and if enemy engages, and you're able to successfully counter gank this, your Jinx will run them. Like, your Jinx is still super, super strong. But the reality is, like, Zac is showing, and then Talia shows, and he just, because he's going Ghost instead of Cleanse, which, I mean, is fine. Like, I'm not expecting him to just get fucking hit by Noah R, but he just gets hit by Noah R, and, oh boy. You know what's interesting? If he doesn't actually Q here, Oscar, if he Rs, he's gonna get pushed to here, right? He's gonna flash away and he might be fine. But there's a real chance that he actually could die in that outcome, and if he dies, whoa, that's not good. So why the fuck is Hans like just contesting this way? Because if they get the mid push, you're fine. Like, yes, ideally I would have liked to fight here with my walking Zac and my walking Talia, but they're greeding for more farm to do another wave to get another timer. And is it even like good for Fnatic? Like, for instance, like Azir pushes this. Azir has the right idea because Azir's already moving, because Azir knows like, well, I don't really have much time. So if you want to push another wave, you can. But if that's the case, back the fuck up, dude. Like, don't put yourself in a position where you might actually die because you're literally 5-0. Like, you have a huge shutdown. Or at least have the Zac, like, overwatch this play. Because guess what? If they do this play and they engage and Zac counter ganks, and I'm going to be honest, let's see how the Jinx is after this. If the Jinx is safe and didn't even have to flash, and the Zac engaged here, and you restarted this fight, holy shit. You actually might just fuck them all. Literally. But no one's here to back you up. It's just these three. So now they're getting, I guess they might get Dragon from this, which is like even more ridiculous. Like, holy shit, now these guys are actually able to get Dragon. And then G2's like, okay, well, we're gonna go here. This was wild by Humanoid to actually, like... Humanoid's wild for this. I mean, if he does R him, it could be good. And then also, Jun is already moving up for this play too. And then Oscar's TPing. I don't know why is he W? I mean, he's trying to use W anticipation of the Zac, but like, it's never gonna go through. And he also then should realize like, oh, I should W this way into Yike, and maybe that turns into something. But like, they're just burning TP and Azir flash, and then Azir somehow dying over a situation that really doesn't like matter so much. Like, it wasn't really like necessary to do that, especially when enemies comp isn't actually that good at splitting anyways. So yeah.
We also, what Ian was able to do this morning, when the champion gets ahead, it can be terrifying to shut it down. Definitely can. It'll be hard even with the pressure. X-Eyes has to stop this Kasante from running through these fights as we continue to grow. As in building a more traditional integration, not seeing a Rainbow, not seeing Frozen Harden yet, but I think it's a bit more harder as well. Expect we'll see more focus on making sure that Han's not going to do nothing to hurt in these exchanges. And Oscar also a guy who's not afraid, will that Jun picked out. Will just force the lock and cooldown away. This still gives space to that go get the mid lane hurt. Han's going to come try and wrap around. Razork is shifting topside. Maybe they're going to get for a but there's no much vision up on this topside for G2 because that's where they just a minute ago put all their pressure. It's more Fnatic having to clear all that space, and they still have managed to put the pressure they want towards mid. So I think Fnatic wanting to get some control around the barrier area for themselves, but not getting much more out of it. Good deal to G2 lay down some vision in that pit. With the 0 this far ahead, 2 item mark, Nashor's in the death cap. And I can pretty fast there, even without Noah bringing much to the table with lethality of Boris in terms of damage. Tension, I think it's safe to say, on the basis of Fnatic. With some smiles, some optimism. We made the game 5, G2 close it here. Nail biter game 4. Either side with an insurmountable advantage. And he's stepping up. Good hook onto Jun. Play backwards, but Jun dashes out to safety. Nail biter game.
Alright. How are we doing this, guys?
He's stepping up. Good hook onto Jun. Play backwards, but Jun dashes out to safety.
Okay, so he has Mikhails. I don't know if they know that. But the first thing they should do is not press Verisar on him. So that's a mistake by Noah. That's wasted. Apps doesn't have flash, and this is really good by Humanoid. So if he just normal plays this, and Humanoid does this play here, I mean, he's probably dead anyways, but like, imagine if Verisar was here. Holy. Also, watch how Hans plays this fight, because Hans is here. I'm fine with him getting out of the R. That's perfectly fine. And then at this point, I would continue pushing into them. I mean, you also do know that Kasante's moving up this way, but you have Ghost Flash. Like, you're not going to die to him. I'm going to say that right now. You're not going to die to him. Rakan also does have R's still. Also something to be noted. That's a good W. So he throws traps, gets out of this. Now you want to reinitiate. Yike needs to like turn the fuck around. Same with Mickey. Like, these guys all need to turn around because his allies are kind of griefing. Like, I know like they're kind of thinking, oh shit, this guy's here. Just turn it back around and go here. Like, this guy is already handling the problem. Like, it's already being handled. The only thing you consider is that should Hans go this way and then just like try to DPS them this way, and if that's the case, then I mean these guys are just never gonna die to you per se. And I think that's what he's trying to figure out. He could start ghosting and start free hitting Humanoid, actually, if he goes the other way. It just, I mean, you have to decide on whatever the flow of the fight is in the end. Right? Because I feel like they're going, he's like in between the two. Because once he's doing this, if you go all the way around this way, these guys will kill him. And then it's just like, it's like a mid for mid trade, right? Like, they're all going to try to kill him, and they're all going to try to kill him. And I just want to see how Azir looks as this fight progresses. Hey, he missed his rocket. Honestly? Huh. Honestly? I think it's better if he goes around. Because if he kept walking, like, I just need to see when he identifies when, like, Azir does this shit. At this point, when he turns around, if he ghosts and starts running, he will hit this guy, and then Yike can just go in as is. He doesn't really need backup. And they'll kill him, and then it's a full-on race. And Yike is just trying to delay as much as possible. And that's pretty good. Like, so option A is go around. Like, go to Zac, right? That's like option A. Option B is the trio attack faster. That's what option B are. He's kind of like in between both options. He starts hitting. Like I said, Yike is also trying to get out of this like Verisar.
flashes out to safety.
And so he goes up instead of this way. And I guess, you know what? Maybe I'm trolling. I think I'm overanalyzing this. Because Yike also wanted to get out of the Verisar. And by the time he does, he is reinitiating. So it's not like he wasted his time in that sense. Alright, it's fine. So he goes back in. And then Hansama can't really press because Oscar's right here. Really good W. Like, bravo. Really good W hitting him while DPSing these guys. Obviously, it'd be great if he hit his R. Oscar just needs to run at this guy, by the way. Like, I don't know what he's doing, but like, he just needs to run at Hans, and Hans has to kite away from him every time. Which, now this is telling me that option A is the best option, because it would have kept the flow better, and he never has to deal with Cassante, who's moving up. And then the fight looks a billion times better for G2. So I'll just say that he should have went up. And this guy dies, so now I just need to see what is his targeting. Because once he dies, I'm hitting this guy, by the way. Like, I'm going straight for the fucking Varus. And he's just hitting Razorek. Like, even now, like, he's still not registering. And he's even tilting back while Cassante's, like, kind of going forward here. And I'm wondering, like... Ghosting now through the fight. If he finds one, they're likely to take more. Yikes, still living. The reset's now going to start coming through. Flashback from Noah, trying to stay standing, but Hansam, look at that attack speed. Oscar Renan, the frontliner, the one protector. Yeah, that could have been a lot better, actually. That could have been so much better. Now through the fight. If he finds one, they're likely to take more. Yikes, still living. The reset's now going to start coming through. Flashback from Noah, trying to stay standing, but Hansam, look at that. Yeah, that could have been way better. Also, he could have Q'd this guy and then R'd him this way, and they might kill him too. I just laugh on the fact that Fnatic are even like this doing this well in these fights. It's very funny.
Ultimately, because they walk away with 2 kills, but you can see how close and how tense it really is. Hansama only continues to get stronger. His Infinity Edge is on the way, and when it comes through, it's really where G2 are going to be at their scariest point. Now, Caps has that death completed as well, and that's the IE. Right there it is, right in 22 minutes in. Had enough goal when he returned. Facing into that play, 5-0-1 the score for the Jinx, truly terrifying. 4 times more dominance, feels like the death sentence for Fnatic. The wall now coming in, no Kyle, and just makes the other side, man, one Caps, trying to find a good side, pulling away, but just doesn't have enough HP, shut down for G2. Clean picking the lane, broken away though. Overpicking on this one.
Interesting. Interesting. Oh man, lordy oh lord. That's all she wrote. Because Noah's dead, it's really awkward to like go for this fight. And Oscar did a decent job here. Funny enough, if he actually had more confidence to go in, it's actually really hard winning. Like really hard winning. He doesn't realize it, and it's kind of sad because he's 4-0 and he's greatly underestimating how strong he is. For like, he needs to push it fast, like hard, right? And Jun will follow this up. He has flash too, so I guarantee you, if he W's these guys in, Jun will R flash and then W. They actually get killed. Like, they're actually dead, by the way, which is hilarious. Like, they're actually just dead. Talia has no wall.
Still 12 seconds away. Razork needs to find the type of play that Yike found earlier today.
Oh, that's so funny, man. They actually would just die. That is so funny.
Oscar takes absolutely no damage. The type of play that Yike found earlier today.
Where's Humanoid?
12 seconds away. Razork needs to find the type of play that Yike found earlier today. As the ult, he can get into the pierce. Oscar takes absolutely no damage. Good poke now coming in.
God, why did he not flash?
To immediately turn off the objective. Oscar pulling Broken Blade back, but he's not hitting the backline targets he wants to be. Endless CC.
I mean, like,
Oscar takes absolutely no damage. Good poke now.
I just want to think about this for a second. If he flashes the Zac, so if he flashes this now, and he flashes to the right, and Jun is in the way, and this guy does not have flash, by the way. BB is dead, and Oscar's still in front, and they can't get past him. This Baron is dead. Like, this Baron is, like, not gonna go anywhere. I mean, I get that, like, him getting hit by the E, he feels no threat. But the problem is that BB gets to do so much after this that it just kind of ruins it. And how does Oscar play this? God, please don't tell me you press this R on this guy. Oh my god, he is... No. All Oscar has to do is walk up this way and just distract them. And do whatever you can to buy enough time while they fight him. At least if you're going to do it this way. Him joining them ends the game. They can't do anything after that. So that's Baron. And... I mean, that's game. Like, what did they do? Good wall? Nice rocket. Bully Bear is useless as shit in the later stages. We have no Bully Bear flash, we have a Zero flash, we have Recon flash. Hold on, how does Recon play this? Ooh! That's not good. I think Recon needs to take the Q.
G2 don't want to give up this Drake. Caps is already pushed in the mid lane wave. Wall they're at a huge deficit. G2 don't want to give up this Drake.
I also think Recon should retract back and let Oscar be the one to impose, so he can actually better like figure out what he wants to do. Because again, he has flash and he has R. If Zac jumps at them, he can charm the Zac out of this. But he plays it pretty not the best. Definitely not the best. Oh wow. Ooh. How does Hans Sama get fucking hit by that? Come on, just flash! What is up with people not flashing abilities? If he flashes this, Humanoid is fucked. Like, Humanoid would have to flash after Hans, and then everyone else is gonna follow through. And then also keep in mind, Yike is also like... What is Yike pressing R on? No, you're just playing front to back. So Yike is like trolling, he's trolling, Caps is here. Also, you have full access to Dragon at this point. Like, do you actually have to chase?
Wants to keep this game going. Jordan Oscar still standing strong, and Cassante is powerful. G2 overestimate themselves in the face of Fnatic, in the face of Oscar. They come up short.
Unfucking real, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? Holy shit. No way! What the fuck? He actually dies! Oh, Humanoid's fucked though. Oh man, can Humanoid survive this? I need to see what Oscar's doing. They forget about Zac. They see both of them. So if I'm Oscar, I'm thinking about how this Zac is gonna fuck my team up. But Oscar's completely griefing this situation, and then they're just running at Caps. So it's their fault. It's literally their fault that they lost this.
Pulls away, Mickey should just be able to shut through that health. It's all eyes on Oscar. Oscar and Jund versus the world. Oscar and Jund to hold on to hope for Fnatic as G2 desperately try to claw this fight. Who's dying? No one is dying except for Jund, maybe. Finally, they will take down the Rakan. Jund's got nowhere to go. The pullback. He's not enough. Jund escaping. Are you kidding me? He will die in the end, but G2 gets sidestep. This man refuses to drop his attack.
I mean, these fights are definitely getting more interesting, but oh my god. Where's Noah going? And why? What is up with players contesting waves so far up? It's actually pissing me off. Loses his cleanse for fun. Hey, Oscar, I need you to just not let the Zac jumble up my my backline. Oh. Oh.
Oscar buying as much space as humanly possible, but Hansama does a lot of work here. Unstoppable now as he pulls Yike away. Oscar now trying to escape.
Hold on. This was actually not bad. Like, he realized that this guy was just, like, sitting here.
The bloodshed is real. Here comes Broken Blade on the flank. Ulti going wide. Push back, denying Broken.
What was Oscar doing?
Broken Blade on the flank. Ulti going wide. Push back, denying Broken Blade access to the backline. All Fnatic now need to retreat. Oscar buying as much space as humanly possible, but Hansama does a lot of work here. Unstoppable now as he pulls Yike away. Oscar now trying to escape. The blobs on the ground for Broken Blade. It looks like it's just gonna be a 1-for-1 retreat. Broken Blade access to the back. Bloodshed is real.
I'm trying to think, once he goes,
Denying Broken Blade access to the backline.
I don't blame Humanoid getting shit for this, but for Oscar, like, the second he goes for this, Oscar needs to just start running back. Like, just start running back, and yeah, they're gonna follow suit, and then it's on you to then turn, but, like, you don't take damage until it's, like, necessary, right? Like, he's taking a lot of unnecessary damage, which isn't really doing anything yet. And BB played this pretty well. I mean, BB flashing back, like, bought so much time, and he had passive still. So, yeah, that's how the game ended. Holy shit.
Two pentakills in the series for G2, with Hansama able to secure another, and with what might be their fourth. Just get it, and the title for the belt. They just can't they want to create these 3 points of pressure. The jinx is even if they do.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm skipping forward because it's like, surely. Wait, where's Oscar's health? Huh? Oscar, no. Alright, well, he lost a whole bunch of HP for fun, but it did buy some time.
Weaver's wall, Jun off on one side, taking his time, does not want to burn any resources, he doesn't have to. That's the wave stepping up, instant engage, coming in.
Hold on.
Still untouched, but Jun goes in, there's no fall, the pushback from Humanoid.
Off on one side,
It's not the worst idea by Jun. Razork has flash, and Hans has no flash. So there's the, okay, so that's expected. Oh, but Humanoid can't do that. That's the only problem. So, like, Humanoid wants to go for this play, but he has, like, keep in mind, there's no flash on Hans, right? So he's not going to go anywhere if you stun him. So if you just launch your attacks, it's probably fine. For Noah, I mean, he just needs to hit R, because there's no, well, this guy has Mikhail's, right? He has Mikhail's. And Jun has flash. I think Jun doesn't go around completely. I think he sits here, because it's a little bit better if he sits there. And if he pops R and flashes over, he would charm this guy, and then he gets full access to this. So he has, like, a lot of potential. And also, you know, ideally, he really should not get knocked up by Yike. And then, like I said, I don't agree with Humanoid doing this play, because this, like, pretty much kills Humanoid, and yeah, that kind of just kills Humanoid. And yeah, they're baiting out this, so it really requires Jun to get this going. Also, the traps were good, so even though, like, I want him to stay here, the traps were pretty good. So he has to bounce between this with Charm, Flash, and pray to God we get it in. And then how does the Verisar come out?
Does not want to burn any resources, he doesn't have to. That's the wave stepping up. Instant engage.
He fucking whiffed. Oh my god, he fucking whiffed. He actually could Verisar this, and this would actually be better, because if he hits them, it creates this circle, so he has to run out even more. These guys are stuck, and then they might just kill Mickey. At the very least, they might just kill Mickey. Oh, lordy, oh lordy. And that's the series. So, what I learned, guys, was the Game 5 MVP. Ooh. Let me try to find a better background, though, to do this. Oh, that's way better. Okay, so the MVP for Game 5. Who is it? It's probably Okay, as funny as it is, I think Humanoid had the best ideas on what the hell was happening in this game. I also think Caps to a degree. BB was very good. I probably would put it between these two, Humanoid and BB. It definitely is neither AD, I know that for sure. It's neither support. Even though Jean had his moments, he didn't, it wasn't completely there for him yet. The overall MVP, the series MVP, for me, it would be Caps. He definitely played the best overall. Then it'd be Jean to me. I think this guy played pretty damn good. Caps, Jean, and then maybe... Dude, it might be BB. In all honesty, it might be BB. I say that just because I feel like he... Even though he was inting and there's definitely bad moments, I feel like still the pressure he constantly gave was good. And there was moments that were like pretty clutch by him overall. Yeah, I probably do it in that order. So that's the LEC finals. Definitely really messy, a lot of fighting. This actually, like, the last game was surprisingly better fighting wise. Like, yeah, there's still things they can like change up, but I have to say it was, we at least saw them looking for like punishes that were good, like actually good. Now the early game, I mean, the first 10 minutes, like G2 started just like losing their minds and Fnatic started clawing back, which was like not great for G2 side to see, but it was fun seeing how some of these fights played out later. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and until next time.